Good afternoon, everyone. And finally, we are back with another session of our Java collection frameworks. And today, we'll be continuing with that part related to hashing. So, last week, we saw the structures related to hashing had that contains hash sets, map, linked hash sets, trees, tree sets, uh, priority queues, stacks, queues. We all saw the structures related to that. So today what we'll be doing is that we'll be starting with the part related to the programming part. That is, there were more sort of informations that I need to convey to you all, and that was something I'll be sharing you with you today. So just give me 1 second, and I'll be starting with that. So let me share my screen. Okay. So now my screen is visible to all, I think.
Yes, it's visible, Suyash.
Okay,
You
okay,
can
thank you.
continue.
So today we'll be seeing the two hashing functions, that is hash sets and maps, and we'll be seeing all the sort of operations that we can perform in a hashing, that is in hash sets and maps. So let me write a simple code where we'll be seeing how exactly we'll be adding certain elements within a hash sets. So firstly, what we'll do that we'll import a package, that is java.utils uh, dot hash set. Sorry, it's util. And we'll be creating a public class main, and within the main class we'll create a public static void main. Public static. So now this is the basic structure of Java, and now we'll be creating a hash set, and within the hash set we'll be having some sort of string values, and the name of that hash set will be car. So this is how we'll be creating a hash set. And now within this particular hash sets, we'll be adding certain values by the help of the operation, that is dot add. So now what we'll do that we have created a hash set whose name is cars, and we'll be adding certain values within that particular hash set. So we'll write cars dot add, and within this cars.add will add some values to it. Like suppose the first value which I am entering and adding in this particular hash set is BMW. i'll I'm adding the first value within this cars is that BMW, and the second value which I'm going to enter is that uh, it will be Ford. Now, so we have entered two values within our hash set. And now let's see what exactly we'll be getting output. So let me print the output, that is system dot out dot println, and within this we'll be printing the cars. So now let's see what exactly the output we are getting. So you can see that in this particular output we are getting the output as Ford and BMW, since these were the two values that we have entered within our hash sets. So dot add operation is used to enter certain values within the hash sets. Now, if suppose I want to check whether a particular value which I have entered in a hash set is present there or not. So what simply I'll do is that I'll be using dot contains operator over there. So now what this dot contains does is that we'll be checking within that system.out.println that cars dot contains, and now within this I'll be entering a value that will be suppose BMW. So this is the value which I want to check whether my hash set contains this particular value, that is a string value, that is BMW within it or not. So let me run it. Yes, so finally we are getting the output that is a true, which states that in that particular hash sets which I have created, it is having a value that is BMW. Now suppose if I enter a wrong value over here, suppose if I am entering B, so we should get the output as false, and we are getting that same output over there that is a false, since within a hash set we are not having a value that is B. So this was all related to the contains operation. Now we'll be seeing another operation that is remove items. Now suppose if we want to remove some items from the hash set. Now what we'll do is that over there we'll be writing cars dot remove, and within this we'll be passing a value that is, suppose I want to remove a value that is 4. So I've entered the value 4, and over here there will be a slight change, that is we'll be printing cars. And now let's run it. So now you can see that the outputs we are getting, it is displaying only BMW, since the value 4 which we previously entered within a hash set has now been permanently removed, and therefore we are getting the output as BMW. So this is how we remove a value from a hash set. Now we'll be seeing another operation that is clear items. So now what exactly clear items does is that if a user wants to remove all the values from a hash set, and he wants to completely empty the hash set which he has created, or previously the values which he has entered, he wants to remove them. So what he or she will be doing is that he or she will be using a function that is cars dot clear, and over by using this function, what output we'll be getting is this. Now you can see that the values which we entered in the hash set, that were the BMW and Ford, those values have been permanently removed from our hash sets, and this was how we, if a user wants to remove the entire values which he or she has entered within the hash set completely, then he or she can use a method that is a dot clear method to remove all the values. Now we'll be seeing how we can find the size. Now suppose we have entered certain values within a hash set, and we want to find the size of the values of the hash set which we have created. So now what exactly we'll do is that within this cars system.out.println, where we are printing our hash set which we have created as cars, we'll be entering one command that is size. Now, this particular operation will help us to find the size of the hash set which we have created. So you can see that we are getting the output as 2. Since we have entered only two values in a hash set, so we are getting the output as 2. Now, if I enter another value, suppose if I enter cars dot add, suppose I am entering a value that is A. So automatically the hash set size must be 3, and we are getting the size as 3. So this is exactly how we find the size related to hash set. Now what we'll be moving on is we'll be seeing how exactly we use loops in a hash sets. So we have created a hash set over there, and now over there, what we'll be doing is that we'll be creating a for each loop. For suppose string I colon cars, and over here in the system.out.println statement, I'll be printing I. Okay, over there will be a brace, and over there will be a brace. Okay. So now using this for each loop, we'll be looping. Um, we'll be using this for each loop for using the loops in hash sets, in even in our Spring Boot projects. So you can see that the output we are getting is that we are getting A, Ford, and BMWs within this particular loop that we have used is that for each loop. So now these were the all operations related to hash sets. Now, the second and the last topic that we'll be discussing today, because since we'll be discussing only hash sets and map today, since these are the two parts that were discussed in the last lectures as well, and that was in the previous week. And the next week we'll be seeing linked hash sets and tree sets over there. So we'll be seeing what exactly how those particular frameworks work. So today I have completed the hash sets, and now we'll be moving towards the hash maps. So now let me remove this, and we'll be creating a new program for hash maps. So for hash maps, the first operation which we need to see is how we'll be adding a value within a hash map. So firstly, we'll import a package that is java-utils.hashmap. Java.utils.hashmap. Hash map. So this is the package that we have imported, and we'll be creating a public class main, and within this we'll be creating a public static void main. Void, sorry, we'll be creating a public static void main. String args. And now with now we're inside this, we'll be creating a hash map. So hash map, and within the hash map we'll be entering two values. That is, within the hash map we'll having a one value as a key value, and the other one will be for the values. Since hash map uses a key value pairs, so we'll be having string value as a key, and string values only as a value of the hash maps. So string, there should be a comma in between. Yeah. And the name of the maps will be, suppose, cities equals to new hash map. So now over here we have created a hash map cities, and now we'll be seeing how we'll add certain values within the hash map. So what we'll be doing is that we'll be using dot put method over here to enter the values or to add the values in a hash map. That is cities dot put. Hmm. Now over here we'll be have first entering the key value, that is, suppose the first string will be India. We have entered a value India, and the second string which we are entering is, suppose, Delhi. So now over here, India will be acting as a key, and the value that is Delhi will be associated with the key as its value. Now suppose I'll be adding another city, that is cities dot put, The first string would be, suppose, England, and its value will be London. So these are the two values which I have entered, and now I'll be printing this thing, system.out.println, and we'll be printing the cities. So now let's see what output we are getting. So you can see that over here the hash map which we have created, which was having India and England as the key values and Delhi and London as the values associated to their keys, we are getting that particular output over here. So this was how we'll be actually adding certain values within our hash maps. That is using dot put method over there. Now we'll be seeing how we can access certain values. So over here, what we'll be doing is that within this system.out.print, we'll be using a dot get to access certain values or certain items from a hash map. So dot get, and within dot get, we'll be adding uh, the name of the key values that we want to access. So suppose I want to access the value that is associated with India. So the value I've entered is cities.get India, and let me run it. So what exactly the output will be getting is we are getting the output as Delhi. So that is the value that was being associated with the key India. We are getting that thing that is Delhi over here. So this was exactly how we'll be accessing the value using the particular dot get method in a hash map. And the another operation which we'll be seeing is how to remove a value from a hash map. So firstly, we'll be removing this thing that is dot get method. And suppose I want to remove a method, suppose I want to remove a value from here. So what exactly we'll be doing is that we'll be using dot remove, and we'll be entering the value of the key value. That is, suppose I want to remove England. So this particular value I want to remove from a hash map. So let's see what output I'm getting. So now you can see that the previously our hash map was having the value as the key value as Indian England, and the values that were associated with the key that is Delhi and London. But the output after removing the key value that is England, we are getting only India and Delhi. That is the key value of that is the key India and its value Delhi we are getting. So this is how exactly we'll be removing a particular value from a hash map. Now again we'll be seeing if a suppose if a programmer wants to remove all the values from a from the hash map which he or she has created. So that particular programmer has to use dot clear method over here. It is just similar to the one we have used in the hash set. So you can see that I have written the code dot cities dot clear, and over there in the output the entire values which we entered within the hash map, those values have been removed. So this was related to the clear. And now suppose if a person wants to find out the size of the hash map which the particular programmer has created. So how exactly that particular programmer will find the size of the hash map? So what he or she will be using is not size method. That is the same as we have used in the hash sets over there. So cities dot size will be using over here to find the size of the hash map. And so over here we'll be getting the output as 2 since we have only entered two key and value pairs over there. So the output which we are getting is the output that is 2, which is the correct one. Now suppose if we have also seen how we'll be using loops in the hash sets. So similarly, we'll be seeing how we'll use the loops over here in hash maps. So over here, we'll be using again for each loop, that is for. We'll be creating a string I colon cities. and there will be a, so you can see that this is how exactly we'll be using this loop method over here. Sorry, over here we'll be using dot key set, I think. Yes, dot key sets. So what exactly we'll be getting the output over here is that, so we'll be getting the output as England as London and India as Delhi. And we are printing it over there. So we are getting the output in the form of loops over there. Now there is a question that why we are getting two outputs over here. That is England, London, and why India and Delhi. These are printing in two lines. So the reason is that in Java, when we are using dot key sets over as an operation for each loop, it actually prints the size of the hash map, which along with the values, it also prints the size. That is within the hash map which we have created. We were having two values, that is India, the key value India, which the key as India and the value associated with that was Delhi, and the another key was England, and the value associated with England was London. So previously, when we saw the operator that was dot size, we saw that we were getting the output as two. And over here, while using the for each loop, we are getting the output in the form of two lines that and both the key and the values are printing in both the lines. So exactly what I want you to understand is that the size of the hash map will be also reflecting the will also reflect the values related to it. Like suppose the over here the size of the hash map was 2, so the using for each loop, while using the loop method, the along with the values, the size of the hash map will also be reflected. So these were the all the operations that were associated with the hash sets and the map that we have seen today. And in the next week, we'll be working with the linked hash sets and the tree sets over there. So we'll be seeing the operations and the operators which we'll be using to work with them. So this was all from my side for today. If you have any doubt, then you can ask from me.
My screen is visible
Yes, it is visible.
and my audio also.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, good evening, guys. So, I welcome you in the third lecture of the React and Tailwind series. So, till the previous lecture, we have studied and discussed about passing the variables or the passing the value from one function to another function. So, in the today lecture, we will be seeing what are the benefit of using that particular kind of thing, like passing the values from one function to another function, and how will we making the use of it very beautifully. So, let me start this. So I have basically made a folder named as cards, and except that I have done nothing. I have made this already because by installing and getting all the dependencies from the Vite app and the Tailwind app, it is very difficult, and it will be taking very lot of time. So I have already done that, and except that I have done nothing, and except that I have just write a class here, and I am also removing this particular thing as well. So this is from scratch, and there is nothing in my board. So first of all, let us test that this particular page is working or not. So uh, for the thing that this particular thing is working, so I have write a thing hello here, and it is working as well. And for seeing that whether the tailwind has been set up or not, for that we will be using the BG red 500. That's it. Yeah, it is working fine. So, so what we will be doing in today's session? In today's session, let us see that what we have done in the previous session as well. So this is the follow-up for us. So cd dot dot for changing the particular directories and basic and I am just going to the previous session like the cd basic vtab 02. So let's see. With the help of this command, we run our project npm run dev. So let's see what I am seeing in my folder and in my screen as well. So in my screen, you can see that there are the four divs, and in this particular div, I have write my name is this, my name is this, my name is this, and my name is this. So how I get a particular thing? Let's see here in the source folder. Yeah, one minute. Yes, in the source folder, I have write the app.js. Within the app.js, I have made a component named as a card. Where is this card component? This is inside the component folder, and this named as card. What I have done in this particular card component, I have just made a function named as card and passed the props here. And after that, I have just used the name as the props.name for default value. Why we have used the default value? You can see why we have used the default value. Whenever I am in the app.js, suppose I have forgot to pass this particular name. So what it will be showing? It will be showing that I am default. And whenever you will be writing this, I am I am Abhinav. So you can see that here you can see that I am Abhinav. It is printing and it is showing the folder. So in the today's session, we will be trying to make some beautiful cards as we used to see in the Amazon or the Flipkart type of thing. So let me show what we see. In the Amazon.com, you it is loading. Yeah. Yeah. In the Amazon.com, you can see that this is particular a single component, a single component, single component, single component. The code of this particular component has been written only once, and where the content about this is coming. The content about this is coming from whenever we are calling this particular component from the app.jsx. Why the values of this particular component has been changing? It is changing because we have passed the props in the different manner, whether we are using the image, we are using the H1 tag, we are using the paragraph and the links as well. So in the today's session, we will be trying to make this particular kind of thing here. So let us start. So stop the server with the help of the control C and cd dot dot, and I am coming in our folder named as cards. So let me close this particular folder and open my cards folder. In the cards folder, you can see that in the app.jsx, I have just written the h1 tag named as I am h1. So it is not working because I haven't started the server. npm run dev. So I am removing this particular thing. What is here? It's just a boilerplate code from where we are taking. And let us close this. And yeah, I am h1. So it shows that it is working fine. So what we are going to do here? First of all, we are in the source folder, we are going to make a folder name of components, components, components. And within the component folder, I'm going to make a file named as cards.js, cards, card.jsx. So you can see that I have used capital C here because in the white project we have whenever we are defining a particular component, we will be always using the cards. So how we will making our component with the help of the RFCE. RFCE. Whenever you are writing RFCE, you can get this particular kind of boilerplate code. So let us test that particular RFC is working or not. I am card. I am card. So let's see. No, it is not working. Why it is not working? Because I haven't imported this particular card here. So for this, I will be just using import card. Import card. It will be importing card from where? From dot slash from dot slash component folder, and within the component folder, I am using the card. So for checking this, it is working or not. Simply write card here with the help of self-closing brackets. So it is showing that I am card. So till now, anyone have any kind of doubt? So please ask, or any queries, guys.
No, we don't have.
No,
Okay,
Pranjal.
fine, fine. Yeah, just a second. Yes. So what else we are doing here? We will be just making a card component here. Before making the card component, uh, let's give the background color as light yellow. From where we are going to give this light yellow colored background from here body. From the body, write the class simply and write bg yellow. Yes, okay, fine. After that, let's use this. In H1, I have write I am card. So instead of I am card, I will be just writing the card or some boilerplate kind of code, just like cards. C-A-R-D-S. I am H1. I will be removing this. Oh no. Oh, sorry. I have write it here. All cards. Yeah, all cards. For giving this particular style, so we will be just using the class name. Why we are using the class name here, and here we have used the class because it is .html and it is .jsx. In the React, the particular class, the word class is reserved keyword. I am using just text for excel text black and font sans serif. Yeah, you can see this particular kind of thing. I can get it from here. And after that, what are the things that I am just going to do here in the card component? What is the thing that I just need to do in the card component? I just need to make a div. Why div? Because simply a card contain. What does the card contain? The card contain the headings, title, the title or the heading, the image tag, and what else? The paragraph tag. So let's use the div tag here. The div tag we have already, and another div tag we will be using a div tag. And after the div tag, we will be just using the img tag. That's it. And what will be the source? We will be seeing after some time. And after that, what else we have to do? We just need to close this particular div because within a div, the image will be containing. And after that, there will be an other div which will be containing the paragraph tag, simply the paragraph tag, which will be having the lorem text. And after the lorem text and before the lorem text, we will be having something known as h2 tag, which will be showing the card one. So let us see how it is looking. It is looking just like this. you all can see here. The image is not showing. Why image is not showing? Because we haven't defined any part. For the alternating text of the image, we will be using the loading. So let's see. Yeah, it's loading. After that, let's see what we can do here. So in the previous session, we have learned that with the help of the variables, we can pass the value of particular part from this component to another component. So what if I want to use this particular card as a user defined? First of all, we will be making this card as predefined text. So with the help of the Google, let's go. Let's take this particular image, copy the particular image address, and just paste it. So let's see what I am seeing. This particular thing I am going to see here. So this is particular what it is. It is just simply the predefined tag. And after that, and after that, uh, it's a very long image. Yeah. And hard. Whatever, what else I can define it here. I can define a particular text here. What text? We just need to define a particular heading for this, just like a panda. And within the lorem, we will be using this panda is black and white in color. So let's see what it is showing. It is showing this particular thing. So let's time to give the styling in this particular tags. So for giving the styling, we will be just using the class tag. What will the max width of this? The max width SM small. I am giving the width as small. And after that, what will the margin? The margin from the X direction will be auto. Why auto? It will be automatically taking the uh, margin according to it. And what else we have to do? We just need to give the background as white. So let's see. Yeah, it's looking good. And after that, the corners of this particular thing is not looking good because of squares. So we will be using the rounded MD. So let's see. Yeah, it's rounded. And what else I am using? So what if I give a particular shade to it? So I am the using shadow. Give me suggestions. Shadow MD. Shadow MD. What else? The overflow hidden. Overflow hidden. Why overflow hidden? Because sometimes the paragraph or the particular the image is very large. So we will be adjusting our particular image within that. And after that, the second div. From that, you can see it like this. And what else we are going to do? Let's try to give the styling to the div which will be containing the image. First of all, we will be defining it as the flex, justify it as center. So it is coming at the center. And what else? The item is also center. Why item also center? Because this particular div, whenever I am giving a image which is of the large width and large height, it will be taking the full area. But whenever I am using the item center, it will be placing the image at the center. Item center. Yeah, item center. What else? We will be giving a height as well. This is the height for this. And after that, we will be using just a simple BG color. BG gray. BG gray as 200. That's it. It is not taking. Yeah, this is why it is not taking BG gray. That's it. What else? Within this tag, what if I give something padding to it? Because it is very close to each other. So for that, we will be using the class name and then P4. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's looking good. And after that, P4, we will be not P4 instead of P4, we will be using M2 and P2. It is, yeah, it is good. No. In the wrong field, I'm giving the values because it is only giving the styling in particular H, and I have to give the styling to this particular div. So let's see what it is showing. Yeah, it is showing like this. And for that, for the BG color, we will be using the BG green 200. So let's see. Yeah, it is looking quite good. And for giving the styling in the text, we will be using the text to Excel, not to Excel, simple Excel. Yeah, it is good. And what else we can do? It's looking good. We will be giving the text only to the H2, last name, text H2.
Pranjal,
Awesome.
try to give them the border radius. It will be nice.
Oh, where I have to give the border radius?
The gray background, the outside of the borders, the outside of that card, gray card. I think you have
I have
given, but
given the border radius. I have given rounded MD. For that, for giving the long border, we can use rounded XL.
no, it's good, I think. Hmm.
So
Okay, but
can I move forward or any other suggestions?
no, Pranjal, no, it's good.
Yeah, thanks. So this is the card that we are going to make M4 for giving the particular margin. So that's it. So here you can see that it is a single card. What if I just need to give the values from this app and this is a single card? And what else? Suppose I have written this card multiple times. So you can see what happens. It is giving card. Many times it is giving. So you all can see that it is just a simple card which will be having values predefined. So the question arises that what if I want to pass the values accordingly? So the concept of props come in the play. What is the props? Props are just simply the values that we are passing through a function. That's it. So let us come here and within the card, what else we are getting? So we are getting prop. That's it. In the place of the image source, what I can write? In the place of image source, I can write the source src. So like this, what we are using. So whenever we are injecting a particular props dot, whatever we are giving the source, props dot source, small c, small levels, and props dot title, not title. We will be taking out the values here. Let source in the place of source. I am using the image is prop dot image, prop dot image, and else I'm using the let title. Title is equal to props dot title let content. Content is equal to props dot content That's it. So what I am passing it here? Um, uh, text to itself. That's it. Title, and here I'm just using content. So let's see what it show image, or image we are not using this because already we will be showing the alt empathy or empathy. Let's see what it is showing. It is showing nothing.
Pranjal, why we are giving this as an empty?
To test whether this particular thing is get the valued or not, because in the previous we have made a card where I have used the my name is, there I have used the value named as default, so it will be automatically filling that particular thing with the help of default value. Sometimes you have
If
logged in into the let me give the example. Whenever you are logging to your Instagram account, till you have set your DP, it will be showing the Instagram user. I'm
okay,
right?
okay,
Instagram user. And what is your DP? The DP is simply uh, the user defined predefined image that it is showing in the background. I'm right.
okay, got it, Pranjal. Yes.
So let us try to do it as well. So
It
I
will
am
work as the
load.
same like when we write the image tag, and with that image tag when we write alternate option.
Yeah,
If that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
particular
Simply.
image will not load, then at that time the text which we will assign with that alternate alt attribute, that will be
Yeah.
shown to us
y-
like that, na?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
So that's it. Yeah, you can see simply. It is clear.
Yes, right. Yes, clear, clear.
Okay. So from where I am going to pass the values? I am going to pass the values from here, the cards component. And the cards component, what are the values I am going to pass? I am just going to pass what values? I am just going to pass what values? Image, title, and content. Image is equal to title is equal to content is equal to simple. Yeah, it's working. So what I have write? Panda, and panda are of black and white color.
Pranjal, I want to ask one thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
here from in line number 9, you have
yeah,
written image equal to something as an empty string, okay? Because right now you have not
yes,
provided any link as an image, okay? So
yeah.
it is compulsory to pass a string only. We can not pass like a numeric data type like one or true or false.
Um, Basically, what is the image title? It is basically the string which contains the URL of the particular image. I'm right.
Yes, you are right.
So
But
in the
can we pass
JavaScript,
other attributes? Let's say if the card is like a table card, and where I have
yeah,
to pass one numeric value, let's say 7,
yeah,
and
you can use
the
because
card. Okay, so I
you
just want
can
to ask that.
use the you can from at that time the image will be not showing in the numeric card. You will be just showing the number. What number you are passing here, that number will be showing at that particular time with the some styles as well, like 2XL, 3XL, the border, and the font weight, just kind of thing. Whenever you are using the image, the PNG, JPG, or JPEG format, We will be giving that particular kind of thing with the help of the string.
Pranjal, you are saying it right, but I am not asking this. I am just saying that right now you are passing with the values as a string with the attributes called image, title, and content. I am just saying
Yeah,
right now you are passing the string with these attributes. Can we pass another data type like without double quotes as a direct as 1 or 7? Can we pass like that? Yeah, like
let
this.
us see that it work or not. It is not working.
Okay, so I just want to ask this thing only. So it will only accept the something data which is encapsulated inside the string double quotes. Okay, I think I am right.
Yeah, we can say,
Okay,
give me 1 minute.
because right now I if as right now I can see it is showing a red curvy line
Yeah,
below the one.
yeah, I
Can you
don't know. Currently, I don't know why it is not showing, but it has to show because I have changed the variable like strings and this kind of thing, and we are using just let, and the title must be can be anything or but I don't know why it is not working right now.
okay, leave it right now. You can continue with the flow.
So I will be giving this particular answer in the next session whenever I will be reading this kind of thing.
Okay, Panjal, sure.
Okay, thanks. That's it. So in the image, we will be just copying this particular image. What image? The cartoon images that I was taking. A simple panda image. Copy image address and simply this. So you can see that even work.
Try to reload it. I think.
Yeah,
Please check the last whether in which format the link is in. I think it is in WebRP. Uh,
maybe. Yeah,
Try to choose any
I,
another image like a JPG or PNG.
yeah. I have used. I have used.
Notes,
It
I
is
think.
working fine.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
It is just the URL. I am not saving any image locally in my device right now.
Okay.
So, so what else I can do? I can simply make an other card, and other card will also containing this. In the other card, what else I can do? I will be simply taking an image of our Doraemon and placing here. Yes, it is going something outside. So let us take a small image.
You can also, I think, if there is a in Tailwind, if there is a property to use overlay, because in CSS, I think there is a overlay property. In
Okay,
Tailwind, I
I
don't.
haven't
If there
I
is,
haven't
then you can.
studied that.
Okay. The second card is containing the image of Doraemon and named as Panda.
Yeah, I am going to change that.
Blue Panda
Yeah, so blue panda having pockets.
contains lot of gadgets inside that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's just things and paragraph. It will be
Lives in Antarctica.
Antarctic bird.
Antarctic bird. Nice.
So. It is not showing very good because it is coming in the horizontal direction, vertical direction. So let's try to get all these in the horizontal direction. So what I'm going to use, I'm just simply wrapping tag, this particular div or this particular components within the div tag, and within the div tag, I am using the class name and giving flex. So let's see. Yeah, it is good. Flex wrap, flex wrap, justify, center, justify center, and giving another image, having this. So it is giving us three images, having panda, penguin, and penguin. And let us try to copy all these three images and paste again. So it will be giving like this. And whenever you are using more images, it will be looking like this. So what are the things you just need to change? You just need to change the source and details of this particular thing. So I'm showing you how we will be doing this. Copying these images and placing it. It is again going out of border. So let's use this Tom and Jerry image. It doesn't work. So let us try to copy this particular image from here and putting this. It is not coming. I think it is not in that particular format that we are trying to get. So basically, you can take any image from the browser, just put the edges over here, and you can see, and you can change the content as well. So till now, tell me whether you have any kind of doubt or any queries, any suggestions.
Nice looking theme.
Yeah, thanks.
Right
So
now
tell
it's
me
look good.
whether I have what.
Pranjal,
Yeah,
can you click right now? This I think this is open in your browser, na? Localhost 5173.
yes,
Can you please inspect? I want to see one thing.
yeah, sure.
I
Yes,
want to see the box model structure. Can you click on this the arrow? Yeah, please be left a little bit. Yes, yes, yes. Click on
yes.
this and please move to this penguin section. I want to see the margin and padding, how it is giving it. No, no, click on this cursor and then after hover
Yeah,
this. Okay. Click on any between these two images, yellow strip. Okay. Got it. I want to see whether
got it.
how it is. Yes, yes, I got it. Now you can cross
Yeah.
this out.
So one more thing I want to show that whenever you are using any CSS or making any CSS in any tag, it will be adding in the app.csx in the index.html tag, and it will be showed within the style tag like this. Okay. So basically what browser shows, browser just shows us the HTML, CSS and JS kind of thing. Simply, this is our basic all cards type of structure. And uh, when you go to Amazon, the simply this thing we have made here like this. Oh, sorry.
Okay, thank you, Pranjal, for this.
Yeah, just this. Yeah. Oh, we have
One,
made this thing.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, 1 minute. Oh,
Pranjal,
sorry.
1 minute is left, so try to wrap up fast.
Yeah, sure. So we have tried to make this particular kind of cards. So these all cards are same and content within these particular cards are different. So we have tried to make the card with the help of the card component. All cards, CSS and the stylings are same. The values of this particular cards are different. So this is all for today and I'm going to bind up my session. And if you all have any kind of doubt, so please ask.
No doubts, Pranjal.
Yeah, thanks.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Keshav, and today I will complete all the implementation part which was left earlier in my previous session. So I will firstly open the files where I have implement my previous server. Firstly, I will cross this out, and then after I will open that folder in which I am working in my previously. So I will open that. So in my last session, I'm implementing the basic calculation interface, and I have also write the front end and back end part related to that thing. So I will open that firstly inside my VS Code. So I will open all these folders separately. This is a backend folder, and inside this backend folder here you can see this is main file is server.js file. Okay, and this is the server code. And I will show you uh, the backend folder also. cd dot dot and then and this is my wait a minute and this is my basic calculation front view, how it will look after applying beautiful HTML CSS inside this project. So in previously I have not applied that much of CSS which you can see right now. So previously from previous project up to till now I just have updated some of the CSS file. What I have done, I just added some of the animations and uh, and some background images. Only this much I have updated, and here you can see this is the output right now in front of your screen. So this is the front end view, and this is the back end view. So firstly, to check whether my backend is working properly or not, so what I will do, I will just uh, move to this backend path and then CLS, and I will also open. Postman simultaneously to send the request to check whether my backend is working properly or not. So to start the server, what I have to do, I have to just like npx and then node mod and then name of the file. Name of my file is server.js. So here you can see my server is live at 7000 number port. And here you can see seven inside the 7000 number port and inside the 7000 number port with the slash route with the slash calculate route. Firstly, I will send the request to slash route only. So what I will get in response? So I am getting what I am getting. I am getting success. You have reached to the root route. So my slash route is working correctly. Okay. So it looks fine. Now I will check for this slash calculate route. Slash CLCULAT slash calculate route. And then after what I will do, I will send three things as a query to this route. The first one is the two values, which will be held by these two variables a and b, and then after the operator. So for the values, I can also add the values through this GUI interface, which is provided by this Postman API. I can also uh, send this value through this, so it will automatically make the links according to this the inputs which I will give through this GUI. So let's say I will give the value 48 and next key will be B and the value will be let's say 92 and next will be key will be the operator OPR and the operator let's say the operator will be add. Okay. When I will try to send the request, so what I am getting in response, I am getting 140 as in response. So when you will try to sum these two values, 8 plus 2 will be 10 and 1 will be the carry and 9 plus 5 will be 40. So I am getting a correct response as an output in the JSON format. Here you can see the output which I am receiving is in JSON format. Now what I will do, I will try to change the operator, let's say subtraction, and I'm getting minus 44 as a response. Now what I will do, I will do check for multiply, and when I will multiply it, here you can see I'm getting the result as 4416 as an output. Now I will change multiply to divide. So I will do like div because I have the case for division will be I have termed as with div. Okay. So now what I will do, I will just divide it. So I am getting the response as in 0.522. Let's say while dividing, I am sending 0 as a value of the second value will be 0. So in that case, what I am receiving divide by 0 error. Okay. So this I am receiving. So this much I have implemented previously. So and I have also checked these all things are working fine. So what I have to do now? Now I will check for this front end part. Till now, I have all the logic that I have implemented in front end is due to the JavaScript that I have attached to this front end view. So when I will try to enter the some of the values, let's say this, and when I will try to add, so here you can see I'm getting the right result. If I will click on subtract, I'm getting the 100, and let's say if I'm do the multiply, I'm getting this, and division, I'm getting this. And right now, if I will do divided by 0, what I'm getting? I'm getting cross as an answer. So this all logic I have implemented through JavaScript. But this is not the task. The task is to connect this front end with the back end, and all the logic that I have written inside this script file. I have to just change this logic and connect it with our backend. Okay. So for that, what I will do? Wait a minute. Hello. Okay. So for that, what I will do? So, mhm. So right now, firstly, I will create this section and I will try to show you with the console. Okay. I will open that file through the VS Code through the VS Code server by making it live. So here you can see this is the I will do the inspect. Right now, I have not focused on the responsiveness of this project. I have just make it for the practice purpose. Wait a minute. Okay. So this is the view here you can see. Okay. So I will open the console. Okay. So because why I have used open this inside the console, because I when I will try to connect the front end with back end, so there may be the chances where I can get the errors, and to debug the errors perfectly, I have to check those errors inside the console. So it will be easy for me to tackle those errors. Okay. So now what I will do? So wait. So firstly, uh, here you can see I am getting these two values, right? Through the text boxes, and this is the area inside which I will uh, what I will get. I will try to render the original answer. And here is the original logic that is made specifically for the add function. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to just change this logic with our backend logic. So as wait a minute. So as when I will try to connect the front end with backend, so when I will try to access those any of the data to the from the server, or when I have to send any of the data to the server, so that's an asynchronous task. And due to the asynchronous task, which is a non-blocking task, non-blocking function, non-blocking method especially. So for that, I have to define one function uh, to receive those data. Uh, okay. So firstly, I will make one function const answer. Okay. answer answer. And answer will be carries one function which is a async function. Async async function. And it will take one link as a parameter. Okay. So here it will take one link as a parameter. So as it's a async function, what I have to send, I have to get something back as a response, because inside this async function only, I will call the backend link. Uh, because the link which I will send to this function will be the generated link which I will generate according to the function operation. That I will show you definitely, but right now, firstly, try to focus on the code. Okay. So this is a asynchronous function, and wait a minute. Okay. So this is an asynchronous function, and here what I will do, I will like response response. I will get from the await await, and here I will use the one of the keyword which will be the fetch, because inside the fetch, I will write that URL through which I am getting my response, which is especially the JSON response. So firstly, I will try to log those to see whether I am getting the right response or not. Okay. So let's say here in this case, this is the addition case. This is the case for addition. Okay. So what I will do? So here I will call for. Firstly, I will not try to interfere any of the functions that are defined below. Firstly, I will call this, I will just make some space. And then after what I will do, I will call this function, which is an answer function. Okay. And inside the answer function, what I am getting, what I will do, I will just call the answer function, and inside the fetch, what I will do, I will just, wait a minute, I will just try to write that link. Okay. So here in this case, the link will be like this, Control C, just like Control C. And what I will do, I will just do like this. And here I will just try to do like this add. Okay. So this is doing. So when this JavaScript will run, so it will just call this answer function. And what this answer function is doing, inside the answer function, it will I will send one link through this answer function. So it's good to send this link through this answer. What I will do, I will just cross this out, and here I will send that link. Okay. And what I will do, I will just await fetch, and then after I will write here as link. Okay. So to check whether it is working properly or not, I will just wait a minute. I will open the front end part of that. Okay, this is the front end part. So what I am getting? I am getting and got in promise type error failed to fetch. So why I am getting this? Wait a minute, I will say it. Okay. So const answer async await and then okay, we'll get the response fail to fetch. Okay. Wait a minute, guys. Hello. Sorry for the delay. Um, so what I am saying? Right now, I have just added one. Just I have write one function, which is a asynchronous function, and inside that asynchronous function, I have used one keyword which is an await, because it is compulsory. Wait a minute. Okay, so it is compulsory. So whenever you will use await, so inside the function inside which you are using the await, the function must be a asynchronous function, because the fetching is a asynchronous task, because you are trying to fetch a particular response from a server. Okay, so what I will do, so right now when the Java script will run, so inside this answer, okay, inside this answer, this here you can see, so inside this answer function I am trying to trying to send one link. Okay, when and that link will be accepted by this parameter which is a link, and that link is again used inside by this fetch function. So what this fetch function is doing, with this link it will try to hit this port, and with a so hit this port with a specific route called calculate route, and with this calculate route I am sending these values: a is equal to 48 and b is equal to 0, and the operand will be add. So right now this is not a dynamic link. I will create one dynamic link, but right now to check whether I am getting the response from the backend or not, so for that I am just I've just written this example. So firstly I will check whether my backend is live or not. So yes, it is live. So, and one thing I want to tell, as I have to access some of the data through the link which I am sending back to the server. To extract the data from a link, I have to define this course uh, globally to all the routes, and to define any of the thing globally for all the routes, I have to write that thing inside this dot use method. So okay, so remember this thing. Otherwise, it will gives an error. Okay. So I will say firstly whether I am getting there some response or not. So I will just reload this. Yes, I am getting some response from this server. Okay, from my server. So what I am getting a response. So something with a large data file, but this is not I want. So I want the proper response, which is actually a JSON response. So this is not the actual response which I want. So I will write as response, this is response as the response only. And I will again write this as a final response. Final, wait a minute, final, yes, PON, where yes, PONSE. Final response will be, again, I will await, and then wait a minute. Hmm. I will use another variable, don't worry, cont. I say answer, let's say ANS will be, again I will await, because in response what I am getting a large JSON object as a response, but I want to fetch only the JSON which I am sending from the backend, which is actually this type of thing. Okay, so to access this type of thing, which is actually a JSON thing, so what I will do, I will await and just like response and JSON. Okay, so now when I will try to log my this answer, so let's see what I will get. from the front end. Wait a minute. Um, hmm. So here you can see I am getting right now I'm getting the right thing, which is a result which is equal to 48, which is actually a JSON answer, which is result is equal to 48. Okay. So right now I'm getting the right thing. Okay. So now what I will do, I will try to just make this link dynamic for all the values. So here you can see to make this thing dynamic, what I have to just change, what are the thing in this link that can be changed dynamically. The values of A and B and the operand that can be changed dynamically. So for that, what I will do, I will just firstly, I will cross this out. And then I have to just encapsulate the dynamic link inside this backtick. Okay. And then after when I will paste this, and then what I have to change, I have to change this value. Okay. So right now what I will do, I will like this dollar sign, and then after, wait a minute, then after this, so that will dynamically change the value. Okay. And similarly for this b is equal to something. Again, I will like this dollar sign, and then after this. So 83, let's say. And for this, what I will do, I will just again I will write this dollar sign, and then after let's say add. Okay. So wait a minute. Okay. So this I have right. Wait a minute. I will encapsulate this inside this thing. So now it will be easy. Okay. So let's see whether I will getting the right answer or not. So let's say I'm getting the response as 120. So 7, 8, 9, 10 and 8, 9, 10. Yes, I am getting the right answer. Now I will change this with value 87. So right now I'm getting the answer as 170. So it is working fine. Now if I will change with this subtract, okay. So I'm getting this 4. So because 87 minus 83 is a 4. So now I have successfully created this a dynamic link. So right now I will just cut this and save for my later usage. I will just comment this, okay? And this is asynchronous function. I will just remove this, okay? So I have successfully created till now the dynamic link that will connect my front end with the back end. So now what I will do, so when, okay, so this is the thing which I am getting. So this is asynchronous task. So what I will do now, when I will get the successful answer from this link, and the answer will be inside this answer variable. अब मैं क्या करूँगा, अब उस आंसर वेरिएबल, अब देखो मुझे इन फंक्शंस के अंदर हर उस डायनेमिक लिंक को क्रिएट करना है, क्योंकि डायनेमिक लिंक मेरी डिफर करेंगी, ठीक है। डिफर ऐसे करेंगी कि जैसे अगर मैं यहाँ पे डायनेमिक लिंक बनाऊँ, ठीक है। तो अब जैसे मुझे क्या करना है, सबसे पहले तो वेट, इसको मैं रिमूव करता हूँ। सो फर्स्ट पहले मैं यहाँ पे एक प्रॉमिस क्रिएट करूँगा, रिटर्न न्यू promise, okay, return new promise, and what this promise will do, resolve, resolve, resolve. It will take one this type of thing, okay. So अब ये promise क्या करेगा, मुझे उस लिंक के थ्रू जो मेरा आंसर आया वो रिजॉल्व करके मुझे देगा, okay. So I will send that promise, okay. मैं इसको डायरेक्टली भी सेंड कर सकता हूँ वैसे। तो what I will do, I will just like return, and then uh, return as answer, okay. मैं रिटर्न, क्योंकि अब मुझे ये फंक्शंस मुझे एसिंक करने पड़ेंगे, एसिंक्रोनस फंक्शन, ए sync function, this function I have to make this as async function, and this also I will make this as async async function, and then after this also async function. So what I will do now, so here is the main logic. Before implementing the main logic, I will here, or I will call this answer function, okay. So hmm. So what I have to display inside the inner HTML. So firstly, I will write like that. hmm let's do a little bit thing more. So actually, what I am getting the thing as a response, I am getting the one JSON file. Here you can see I am getting one JSON format answer, and I have to extract especially the answer from this. Like मुझे ये चाहिए केवल, okay? So actually मेरा result होगा. For that, what I will do, I will just return and then result. Okay, answer. Answer will be my JSON string and answer dot result. Res answer dot result. Okay, and now what I will do, I will firstly check what I am getting. Wait a minute. For that, I will just do log and then answer dot result. Okay. So now I will check through this by front end. I'll just refresh this. Wait a minute. As I am not calling this function, so I will write this answer and then I will just paste this link over here. Control C and then here to see to check whether I'm getting the right answer or not. Okay. So let's see. Yes, I am getting the 4 as an answer. Okay, I'm getting the right answer. So this is working correctly. So what I will do, I will just remove this. So, and I will also remove this. So my this answer function is working fine. So here now what I will do, I will just because this is the asynchronous function. Okay. So what I will do, I will just do like this. Const result will be await. I will await this, and then after I will call this answer function. And before answer function, I will because I am sending the link with that answer function, and link will be this is my link. Control C. एंड हेयर आई विल पेस्ट मैं लिंक पेस्ट करूंगा. अब पर्टिकुलर फंक्शन के हिसाब से लिंक भी चेंज होगी. अभी फंक्शन क्योंकि मेरा ऐड का था तो यहाँ पे मेरा जो लिंक होगा वो ऐड के लिए चलेगा. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे मेरा रिजल्ट में वो आंसर आएगा. यहाँ पे मैं रिजल्ट डॉट टू स्ट्रिंग करके उसको पर्टिकुलर एरिया पे प्रिंट कर दूंगा. ओके. So let's see whether I am getting the right result or not. So what I will do, I will just write these two values and I will click on this add. Okay, why I am getting this? Why it is not adding? Wait a minute. Hmm. So await answer. I am getting the result as an answer. And okay, add. Okay, add. I am getting. Oh, let's say 28 and then 29. I will click on add. I am getting 170. Why I am getting 170? I am not getting. Wait a minute. वेदांत में स्क्रीन दिख रही है.
हाँ भाई, हाँ भाई, स्क्रीन दिख रही है, पूरी पूरी तरह विजिबल।
ठीक. सो अभी तक क्या हुआ था कि मैंने एक फंक्शन बना लिया ये आंसर नाम का जिस पे हम लिंक पास करेंगे. तो वो लिंक मेरी फेच होगी जो भी मैंने लिंक पे जो पोर्ट नंबर डिफाइन कर रखा है. ठीक है. अब उस लिंक पे राइट नाउ अभी 87 और 83 के करॉस्पॉन्डिंग मैंने जो ऑपरेटर है वो ऐड डाला हुआ है. ठीक है. तो उसके अनुसार मेरा ये आंसर नाम के फंक्शन के अंदर जाएगा. उसका जो रिजल्ट है वो जेसॉन फॉर्मेट पे मेरे पास इसमें आएगा. लेकिन वो जेसॉन फॉर्मेट पे जो आएगा उसके अंदर बहुत सारे अदर भी की वैल्यू एट्रीब्यूट्स रहेंगे. लेकिन मुझे अपना वो जेसॉन आंसर चाहिए जो कि मैंने सर्वर के थ्रू सेंड किया है जो कि एक्चुअली किस फॉर्मेट में होगा, इस फॉर्मेट में होगा. अब मुझे केवल इस आंसर से मतलब है जो कि रिजल्ट की वैल्यू होगी। तो मैं क्या करूँगा, आंसर डॉट रिजल्ट यहाँ पे सेंड कर दूंगा। अब राइट नाउ मेरा इसमें पहले क्या था, ऐड फंक्शन के अंदर मैंने ये डायनेमिक लिंक यहाँ पे क्रिएट कर ली थी। अब मैं इसको रिमूव कर दे रहा, इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं थी। ये सक्सेसफुली चल रहा है। अब मुझे क्या करना है, 87 और 83 राइट नाउ मेरी वैल्यूज़ हैं। उसके अनुसार मैंने यहाँ पे ऑपरेटर डिफाइन किया है ऐड। और मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ राइट नाउ, जब मैं यहाँ पे जस्ट उसको रेंडर कर दे रहा हूँ, जो भी रिजल्ट में आंसर आएगा मैं इसको भी रिमूव कर दे रहा, इसकी भी कोई वो ज़रूरत नहीं है अब। ठीक है, अब मैं चेक करूँगा इसको वेदर फ्रंट एंड से कनेक्ट है कि नहीं। ठीक है, तो मैं क्या करूँगा, यहाँ पे दो नंबर्स डाले। ठीक है, the 3498 and 340 I will do add, and here I am getting what I am getting object as promise. Okay, so why I am getting this as a promise, because answer function contains the asynchronous function, which is actually a asynchronous task, and to receive the answer of an asynchronous task I have to write here as await. Okay, so when I will write await, अब मुझे प्रॉपर रिस्पॉन्स आएगा। तो अब मैं क्या करूँगा, 489 एंड देन आफ्टर दिस आई विल डू ऑन ऐड। तो व्हाट आई एम गेटिंग 170, बट दिस इज अ रॉन्ग आंसर। वाइल व्हेन जब मैं इन दोनों को ऐड करूंगा तो 170 से ज़्यादा आंसर आएगा, क्योंकि सेकंड वैल्यू मेरी थाउजेंड्स में चल रही है। तो मेरे आंसर क्यों ये आ रहा है, क्योंकि एक्चुअली अभी मैं ये वैल्यूज़ के अनुसार मुझे आंसर मिल रहा है। अब ये वैल्यूज़ तो मेरी चेंज होगी इनपुट के हिसाब से, तो मुझे 87 83 की जगह यहाँ पे वैल्यू 1 एंड देन वैल्यू 2 यहाँ पे डालना पड़ेगा 10। एंड नाउ अब मैं यहाँ पे चेक करूँ, तो अब मैं यहाँ पे कोई वैल्यू डालूंगा 384 एंड देन 84 व्हेन आई विल प्रेस ऑन ऐड। तो हियर यू कैन सी आई एम गेटिंग द राइट आंसर। अब लेट्स से मैं स्मॉलर वैल्यू को डालता हूँ, तो 84 प्लस 3 will be the 87, so I am getting the right answer from my server. Okay, so this is how I have connected one of my button uh, functionality with the backend. Okay, so this is how I will do. Okay, so right now I will just copy this line and I will paste with all other of my functions. So this is the logic for my subtraction. So what I will do, I will just do like this, and here where I have written add, I will just do like subtract. Okay, so it will take these value 1 value 2 from the input boxes, and this is the operator. And here this answer function, you will what it will do, it will send that link over here, and that link will be fetched by the back. The response that we get from that link will be fetched by the server, and assigned to this response variable. And to extract the proper JSON answer from that response variable, I will again await this. Okay, and store inside this answer variable and return answer dot result, because I actually want the result from my answer. Okay, so let's see whether the subtraction functionality is working properly or not. So let's say I will enter the two values 67 and then 34. Now when I will click on enter, yes, I am getting the right result. 67 minus 34 is 33 actually. So I'm getting the right response from my server. So now I will just again do this for multiply logic. I will just copy this, and here I will just change one value will be the multiplier. Okay.
Keshav, can you please show me that how is it connected from front end, your backend code? Because I was not there at that time.
ओके, तो देखो यार, हुआ ये था कि पिछली बारी क्लास में थे तुम।
हाँ,
एक मिनट, मैं अभी बता रहा
by the way, project is very interactive. It's looking very good.
हूँ। थैंक यू। पहले मैं एक बार रिजल्ट देख लूँ प्रॉपर पूरा कनेक्ट हुआ है कि नहीं, उसके बाद मैं समझाता हूँ दोबारा से है।
Obviously, no problem.
348 and let's say second number will be 283. So when I will perform it will giving me the right answer. Subtract, yes, right answer. Multiply, yes, right answer. Divide. I think in divide I am getting something wrong. Readings or to okay. Okay, okay. Uh, I forgot it. Where is the problem is? Have to just remove this. Okay. So now when I will try to divide, let's say 46 divided by 2, and click on this. Now also I am getting this. And God and promise typer cannot read properties of undefined dot to string at deep. Why I'm getting this? Okay, because I'm reinitializing this.
Parsing, I think parsing might have the problem.
What, वेदांत क्या कह रहे हैं?
I was I was thinking that problem in might be in parsing. We have not parsed it properly.
नो नो, मतलब प्रॉब्लम इज बिकॉज प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि मैंने रिजल्ट को ऑलरेडी डिफाइन कर रखा था लेट से, ठीक है। अब मैं यहाँ पे उसने वहां पे
Okay, okay,
दोबारा कॉन्स्ट दे दिया था, इसलिए वो दिक्कत आ रही थी। अब सही आ
okay,
रहा है।
okay, okay. Understood,
तो
understood.
अगर अगर मैं 55 को डिवाइड करूंगा 5 से, ठीक है, अब मैं डिवाइजन करूँ तो आई एम गेटिंग द 11 एज एन आंसर। तो सही चल रहा है। ऐड करेंगे 60, सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे 50, मल्टीप्लिकेशन टू 75 एंड डिवीजन इज 11। तो नाउ फ्रंट एंड इज माय फ्रंट एंड इज सक्सेसफुली कनेक्टेड विद बैक एंड। ओके। अब मैं एक बार फिर से पूरा कोड समझाने जा रहा हूँ, ठीक है। फोकस करना वेदांत है।
Yes, yes, yes.
हम्म। तो देखो सबसे पहले क्या हुआ। मैंने ये बेसिक सा एक HTML पेज बनाया, ठीक है। HTML पेज में मैंने जस्ट 4 बटन्स लिए। उन बटन्स के करॉस्पॉन्डिंग मैंने तो ये लिखा। तो ये मेरी 4 बटन्स है, ऐड, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड डिवीजन। तो उन बटन पे जब भी क्लिक होगा तो मेरे पर्टिकुलर फंक्शंस रन होंगे, एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन एंड देन डिवीजन, ठीक है। और
Division. No
एक
problem.
मैंने एक मैंने स्क्रीन बना रखी है जो कि है आउटपुट स्क्रीन। आउटपुट स्क्रीन मतलब ये वाली स्क्रीन जिस पे मुझे आंसर शो होगा, ठीक है। और एक मेरी और बटन है क्लियर
Okay.
बटन। जब मैं क्लियर करूंगा, यानी कि जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे कुछ लिखा और यहाँ पे कुछ लिखा और मैंने यहाँ पे क्लियर किया, तो जस्ट यहाँ पे चीजें क्लियर हो जाएंगी, ठीक है। ये क्लियर पर्सनैलिटी है।
HTML CSS की फाइल एक ही है ना? दोनों एक ही मर्ज है।
नहीं नहीं, अलग है। स्टाइल फाइल ये है, ठीक है।
स्टाइल की है। ओके, ओके, ठीक, ठीक,
और स्क्रिप्ट की उधर है, स्क्रिप्ट की है और index.html की है, ठीक है। तो ये हो गया HTML।
ठीक, ठीक, ठीक,
अब स्टाइल को डिस्कस करने का इतना बनता नहीं, तो जस्ट स्टाइलिंग के लिए, ठीक है। तो अब स्क्रिप्ट पे आते हैं। तो ये मेरी मेन फाइल है। देखो अब इसमें क्या हो रहा है। अब जैसे इमेजिन करते हैं, मैंने यहाँ पे 2 नंबर डाले, 67 एंड सेकेंड नंबर इज 38, ठीक है। तो 67 और 38 जब मैंने डाला और मैंने यहाँ पे प्रेस किया ऐड, तो मुझे आंसर मिल रहा है 105। अब ये कैसे मिला? दो वैल्यूज मैंने डाली 67 और 38 पे, यानी कि इन दो जगह पे, इन दो इनपुट्स पे डाली जो कि HTML वाले थे, ठीक है। अब इसके बाद जैसे ऐड पे क्लिक किया तो मेरा ऐड फंक्शन ये कॉल हुआ, ठीक है। अब ऐड फंक्शन जब कॉल हुआ, अब ऐड फंक्शन देखते कहाँ डिफाइन है, ये स्क्रिप्ट टैग में डिफाइन है। अब ये मेरी स्क्रिप्ट, ये मेरा ऐड फंक्शन हुआ। तो जब ऐड फंक्शन में क्लिक किया तो हमें वो दोनों वैल्यू चाहिए जो मैंने इनपुट बॉक्स में डाली थी। तो मैंने इनपुट 1 और इनपुट 2 उसकी आईडी से सिलेक्ट करके उस पर डॉट वैल्यू चला दिया, ठीक है। तो जिससे मैं मुझे 67 और 38 वैल्यू 1 और वैल्यू 2 में मिल गए, ठीक है। अब जहां पे मुझे उसको शो करना है, यानी कि जिस जहां पे मुझे उसका आउटपुट शो करना है, उसको भी मैंने सिलेक्ट कर दिया। तो गेट एलिमेंट बाय आईडी से उसको जहां पे मुझे रेंडर कराना है उसका आउटपुट, वो मैंने सिलेक्ट कर दिया, ठीक। अब मैंने क्या किया, एक फंक्शन चलाया, फंक्शन कॉल किया आंसर नाम का, ठीक है। इस आंसर नाम के फंक्शन के अंदर एक मैंने डायनेमिक लिंक सेंड करी है, ठीक है। ये डायनेमिक लिंक है और
ठीक।
ये मेरा आंसर नाम का फंक्शन है, ठीक है। अब आंसर नाम के फंक्शन के अंदर हम पहले हमने अवेट लगाया है, ठीक है। अब अवेट लगाने का मतलब है, ये आंसर नाम का फंक्शन ये कोई नॉर्मल फंक्शन नहीं है, ये एसिंक्रोनस फंक्शन है जो कि मुझे सर्वर से कोई चीज ला के देगा इस लिंक के करॉस्पॉन्डिंग, ठीक है। अब ये लिंक मेरी कहाँ
अच्छा,
गई
ये
इस
बैकएंड का ये ये लिंक के बैकएंड सर्वर लोकल होस्ट पे काम कर रहा होगा।
हाँ हाँ, ये लिंक मैंने पोस्टमैन से चेक कराई है ना पहले। यहाँ पे मैंने जब
हाँ,
बैकएंड
ठीक,
पढ़
ठीक, ठीक,
बताया था
ठीक, मैं समझ गया,
तब
हाँ, समझ गया, हाँ, समझ गया।
जस्ट यहाँ से
पोस्टमैन
लिंक,
से।
ठीक है।
ओके, ओके, समझ गया।
अब अवेट किया, ठीक है। अब ये लिंक मेरी कहाँ गई, ये लिंक यहाँ पे रिसीव होगी, ठीक है, क्योंकि आंसर नाम का फंक्शन मैंने कॉल किया है। अब ये वाली लिंक, अब फेच एक प्री डिफाइंड फंक्शन मुझको मिलता है जब मुझे सर्वर से कोई चीज एक्सेस करनी होती है बैकएंड से, ठीक है। तो फेच के अंदर हमने वही लिंक पेस्ट करी। आई थिंक यहाँ पे इसको डबल कोट्स डालने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं। देखें काम कर रहा है कि नहीं। लेट्स से 38 एंड देन 22। हाँ यस, सही काम कर रहा है। 8 9 10 एंड 8 9 10 11 ओके, सही काम कर रहा है। तो यहाँ पे डबल कोट्स डालने की जरूरत नहीं, ऑलरेडी स्ट्रिंग में होगा, ठीक है। तो फेच क्या कर रहा है, फेच मेरी जो लिंक हमने यहाँ से पास की है उस लिंक के अनुसार मुझे आउटपुट देगा। अब इस लिंक के अनुसार मैंने ऑलरेडी जब मैं पोस्टमैन के थ्रू अगर यही लिंक डालूं पेस्ट करके, ठीक है, ये वाली लिंक यहाँ से कॉपी करूं, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे पोस्टमैन में यही लिंक पेस्ट करें, ऐसे, ठीक है। बस चेंज इतना होगा कि ये डायनेमिक लिंक थी, तो मैं आप मुझे वही वैल्यू डालनी पड़ेगी। तो लेट्स से मैं दो वैल्यू डाल लूँ, 38 और 82, ठीक है। सो यहाँ पे मैंने कर दिया 38, और यहाँ पे मैंने कर दिया 38, और क्या था मेरा, 42 था, 82 था, 82 था, ठीक है। और ऑपरेटर मैंने यहाँ पे सेंड कर दिया, क्योंकि वो मेरी डायनेमिक लिंक थी, यहाँ पे तो मुझे स्टैटिक लिंक डालनी पड़ेगी ना। तो जब मैं यहाँ पे सेंड करूंगा तो मुझे आउटपुट क्या मिल रहा है, रिजल्ट में 120 मिल रहा है, जो कि एक जेसॉन आउटपुट है, ठीक है। तो मुझे ये आउटपुट रिसीव होगा जब मैं फेच पे कॉल करूंगा। कहाँ गया मेरा आउटपुट, ये। तो यहाँ पे मुझे रिस्पॉन्स में तो मुझे और भी वो मिले, मुझे वैल्यूज की और वैल्यूज मिलेंगी, ठीक है। वो देखना है अगर, तो मैं यहाँ पे दिखा सकता हूँ। यहाँ पे अगर मैं लॉग करूँ, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे रिस्पॉन्स करूँ, ठीक है, और ये वाला आउटपुट देखना। और जब मैं लॉग करने के बाद, वेट अ मिनट, लॉग करने के बाद ये आंसर करूँ, तब आउटपुट देखना। तो अब देखो मैंने दो नंबर डाले, 83 एंड देन लेट्स से 39, और मैं यहाँ पे ऐड करूँ, ठीक है। तो अब देखो मुझे दो और आउटपुट मिले। ये पहला वाला जो रिस्पॉन्स मिला है, ये अपने साथ बहुत सारी की और वैल्यूज कनेक्ट, मतलब मिलेगी मुझे इसके साथ, ठीक है। ये पूरा मुझे बहुत लंबा सा आंसर देगा, लेकिन उसमें से मुझे केवल वो आंसर चाहिए जो मेरे काम का है, ठीक है। तो काम का आंसर मेरा क्या है, काम का आंसर केवल इतना है, ये वाला, ये, वेट अ मिनट, काम का आंसर मेरा केवल ये वाली इतना जेसॉन स्ट्रिंग है। तो उस पूरे आंसर से मुझे जेसॉन स्ट्रिंग अगर केवल निकालनी है, तो मुझे फिर से इस पे अवेट चलाना पड़ेगा, और रिस्पॉन्स पे से, क्योंकि मुझे जेसॉन आंसर निकालना है, तो रिस्पॉन्स डॉट जेसॉन चलाएंगे, दोबारा आंसर में इसको निकालेंगे। तो जब दोबारा चलाएंगे तो मुझे क्या आउटपुट मिलेगा, तो मुझे आउटपुट मिलेगा कुछ ऐसा, ये आउटपुट मिलेगा, रिजल्ट इज इक्वल टू 122। ये मेरा जेसॉन आउटपुट है, ये देख रहे हो, ठीक है।
सही है।
एक मिनट में,
पक गए।
ठीक है, तो ये मेरा आउटपुट आ गया। अब ऐसे मुझे आउटपुट मिल जाएगा। अब इस जेसॉन स्ट्रिंग से मुझे रिजल्ट केवल निकालना है, उसकी वैल्यू निकालनी है। तो ऑब्जेक्ट से कोई वैल्यू निकालने के लिए आंसर डॉट रिजल्ट कर देंगे, तो मुझे वैल्यू जस्ट रिटर्न हो जाएगी। तो ये फंक्शन मुझे प्रॉपरली, केवल मुझे पूरे जो और रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा होगा उससे मेन आंसर रिटर्न करके देगा, ठीक है। ये तीन लाइन वो चीज कर रही
ठीक ठीक।
है। इन वैल्यूज के अनुसार मुझे आंसर रिटर्न होके आएगा, क्या रिजल्ट में 122। और फिर रिजल्ट में जैसे आया, तो डिस्प्ले स्क्रीन डॉट इनर इनर एचटीएमएल में रिजल्ट डॉट टू स्ट्रिंग से मैंने प्रिंट करा दिया। सिमिलरली सब्ट्रैक्ट के लिए ये बस इतना सा चेंज होगा, यहाँ पे सब्ट्रैक्ट हो जाएगा, ठीक है, बाकी पूरा सेम है, वैल्यू वन वैल्यू टू, यहाँ से अवेट से उसके अनुसार आंसर आएगा, ठीक है। यही मल्टीप्लाई के लिए जस्ट इतना चेंज है।
ठीक
और
ठीक ठीक।
डिवीजन के लिए बस एक हमने थोड़ा लॉजिक और लगा दिया कि दूसरी वैल्यू अगर जीरो होगी, तो उस केस में, अब जैसे मान लो यहाँ पे मैंने क्या लिखा, 38 लिखा, और सेकेंड आउटपुट में मैंने जीरो लिख दिया, डिवाइड लगाया, तो उस केस पे मुझे क्रॉस आएगा, क्योंकि 38 डिवाइड बाय जीरो समथिंग इन्फिनिटी होगा, है ना। तो बस इतना सा लॉजिक और लगाया, बाकी कुछ नहीं, बाकी जस्ट इतना सा है। सो दिस इज हाउ वी कैन इजिली कनेक्ट अवर फ्रंट एंड विद बैक एंड। अब देखो, अगर मैं यहाँ पे बैक एंड अपना ऑफ कर दूं, ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया, यहाँ पे बैक एंड अपना ऑफ कर दिया है, ठीक है, बैक एंड ऑफ कर दिया। अब मैं यहाँ पे कोई भी चीज, मतलब कोई फंक्शनैलिटी अगर डालूंगा, 48, अब किसी भी फंक्शन, किसी बटन पे क्लिक करूँ, कुछ
आउटपुट
काम
नहीं
नहीं
आएगा।
करेगा, आउटपुट नहीं
आउटपुट
आएगा
नहीं
इधर।
आएगा, समझ गया।
लेकिन कंसोल में मुझे दिखाएगा,
तो इसकी
क्योंकि बैक
एपीआई, केशव इसकी एपीआई का कोड कहाँ लिखा?
एपीआई तो मैंने बनाई है ना लिंक्स।
अच्छा बनाई नहीं, अच्छा उसका कोड दिखा नहीं बोला, अच्छा लिंक से बना दी, ओके।
हाँ, लिंक्स, यही इस
उसमें
समय जो
यूज कर।
लिंक्स, ये एपीआई का ही काम कर रही है। एपीआई लिंक्स होती है, मैंने खुद लिंक्स बनाई है, यही तो बैकएंड का काम है, मैं लिंक्स बना के
ठीक
देना,
ठीक
ठीक है। तो ये है।
ठीक।
अब अब हम देखो, अभी क्योंकि बैकएंड ऑफ है, देखो यहाँ पे कंसोल में आ रहा है कैन नॉट गेट दिस यूआरएल। अब जैसे हम बैकएंड स्टार्ट करेंगे, यहाँ पे, तो npx नोड बॉर्न, शायद तुमने वेदांत पहली वाली वीडियोस देखी नहीं, तो उसमें मैंने पूरा जब स्टार्टिंग
हाँ।
से स्टार्ट किए थे।
अच्छा नहीं नहीं, वो शायद मैंने पूरी नहीं देखी, ओके। दैट, मुझे 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 वो वाला, ये वाला कोड देखा नहीं, बैकएंड वाला पूरा था। इसलिए
तो
मैं
वो देखना,
समझ नहीं
तुम्हें
पाया, मैं
समझ
समझ
में आ
गया।
जाएगा, वो समझ में आ
हाँ
जाएगा
हाँ,
फिर।
ओके ओके।
तो अब
ओके
हम
सॉरी,
जैसे
मैंने
अब
देखा नहीं वो।
कोई बात नहीं। तो अब ऐड में जब बैकएंड स्टार्ट है, तो आप जैसे इस पर क्लिक करेंगे तो मेरे सारे आंसर सही आ रहे हैं। ठीक है।
ठीक
तो
ठीक
दिस
है श्योर।
वी
दैट
कैन
वाज
कनेक्ट और
नाइस।
बैकएंड। तो बस इसमें बस इतना है कि अभी ये थोड़ा रिस्पॉन्सिव नहीं है, तो रिस्पॉन्सिव करना मेरा टास्क था भी नहीं, मेरा टास्क था बस फ्रंट एंड को बैकएंड से कनेक्ट करना। तो जस्ट दिस इज हाउ this thing ends. So this much from my side. So thank you. ये कोड है, सब लोग देख लो. So this is the thing. So now I'm ending up with my session. Thank you all of you. सो अब इस प्रोजेक्ट से हमने क्या सीखा, हम लोग ने ये सीखा कि कैसे हम लोग कोई भी डेटा क्वेरी पैरामीटर्स के थ्रू सर्वर को सेंड करते हैं, और सर्वर कैसे मुझे उसका रिस्पॉन्स सेंड करता है, और फ्रंट एंड को बैक एंड से कैसे कनेक्ट करता है। तो हम लोगों ने जस्ट इतना देखा। ठीक है। सो दिस मच फ्रॉम माय साइड फॉर टुडे। थैंक यू, एंड नाउ वेदांत, यू कैन कंटिन्यू विथ योर टुडेस प्रेजेंटेशन।
यस केशव, आई एम रेडी टू, जस्ट वेट फॉर अ सेकंड। Just give me a few seconds to set up my internet connection.
ओके ओके।
So, a very good morning to very good morning everyone. So in the last session, I had told about the how to just use file handling concepts at a handling concepts at a Node.js. Today we are gonna start with actually already started about servers. I have already started about servers, how to create the server and how we have initialized servers. So basically, file handling part was over almost, and today we're gonna continue the part of the servers again. Okay, so this would be the probably our last most session. So we will be meeting towards the new year. So very happy new year to each and everyone. So you can ask your remaining queries if you have any queries in the next session. Okay, so let's start up with the our new session by not wasting the time. So these were some so this if you have any doubt in the previous sessions, you can ask us later on. So let me revise it in some 4 to 5 minutes. Just like look at like that. We have discussed all this, how to have synchronous blocking, non-blocking request, even also how to use the various file handling operations, how to use them, how to use them correctly, what is the node architecture, and even what is the versioning of node. So these were all the very basic operations we have read about file handling from scratch to advanced. um, how to import the module and how to understand the concepts of threads. Okay. So we are gonna. So we had understood this much of part, that how to initialize your production code, how to and your package of JSON file. This was the basic file. How to modify your scripts and what are the results you get while modifying. So now what we have to understand, that how to create a server. Okay, so we basically creating the server. This means that I told you already that how all these things work. Now the most important thing that we should understand about, likewise. Okay, okay, 1 minute. That see, for example, first we have to what are the basic steps that we require while creating the servers. First of all, we have to use it like that, const. Okay, 1 minute. That was too huge. Okay, so first of all, we have to use like this, const http, that is equals to require http. Okay, so this was the basic, you can say. So this was a basic, you can say, um, basic line of code that we want to use while creating servers. Actually, what happens, we are creating these servers with the help of our HTTP modules. So what are HTTP modules? HTTP modules are these. Okay, HTTP modules. These are as you can see on the line number 1. This is this line number 1 represents the HTTP module. That means you have to first import this module. You have to import this module, and until and unless you won't import this module, your servers, your HTTP won't work. And if it would not be working, how much code you write, your server will not run on your local host. Okay, so then we took one variable as Vedant, where we are creating our actual server, that is http.create server. http dot create server, it's dot create server. And where inside that we wrote it like that, request. We wrote it like that, request and response, request and response. So request and response, all that told these things in the last session. Just we are revising in some 5 minutes. So request or response. So request has its own use. It has its own point of use. It has its own point of view. See what request means. Request just means that we are requesting something. Means that we are requesting something. We are requesting something from the server. From the server, we are requesting something. We need a request for likewise whatever request we want. So we are requesting something. On the other hand, response means we want to see the output, final output on a machine. For example, on localhost machine. Well, likewise, when we for meanwhile, you can understand it like that. When we create an actual server, we have to respond, because we want, for example, if you are talking to someone, so you must be wanting the response from that person to understand whatever point of view he's having for the topic, for any topic. So you just want to understand the response. Okay, so you just want him to give the response to you. That's why you can execute your next task, or you can revert him back. Okay, whatever you can answer him back. For example, you're sitting in a real-time interview, and the interviewer is asking you a certain question, and you want to give him or her the response. You have to give the response. So for giving the response, you have to request him or that interviewer for to explain the question well, or something like that. So when you take the request, then you give the response. So response is basically output, and request can be understand it like that, it's a input value. Okay, then what we did, why we just printed this console.log. My last name is Shukla. Console.log is just simply, it is used in your at your terminals. It simply uses at your terminals. Okay, on a terminal. Okay, it's a terminal value. Okay, it simply uses on your terminal value. It's a terminal value. For why we are using this console.log, because we just want to understand that whether when we're creating a server, See, it's for just reference that when we for reference that when we are creating server, that server is actually running or not. One thing you should more understand, then for example at line number 14, we wrote it like that: Vedant dot listen, Vedant dot Vedant dot listen, and we give this some numbers like 1000. So what this 1000, then we give a callback function, then we again print up the printing giving the terminal console.log statement, and we're printing a kind of a message that is profile font, something message like profile font. So what does all this scenario means? It just means that we are simply want a server to get listen into it. Okay, we just want a server to listen into it from the machine, from the uh, ports of 3000. What are 1000? 1000, 1 minute. Okay, so 1000, it's a port number. 1000 over here, it is a port number. It is a port number. So what do you mean by a port number? It's like airport no, or it's like something another ports. Okay, you can understand it like that. Less, it's a kind of an air. For example, at airport, what happens? It's a port where your airplanes get flied off. So when your airplanes get flied off from to the sky, so they stand at a certain port, because that port has been initialized to get that airplane drawing is not good. This is your airplane, so it get take off, or it should get land to your or get land or get take off to your port only. If they are outside the port, if you're landing outside the port, it can be the danger. Okay, there can be a danger. Okay, there can be the danger. Okay, so likewise, your machines also, for example, when you're in our local machine, that is merely known as your local host, local host, we have this quality of, we have this you can say this you can say criteria of ports. So 1000. So when you want to give your response to your servers, when you actually, these statements create the actual server. Actually, all these things are creating the actual server. A server has been created by these statements. Okay, server is created, but at least when the server got created, please just try to understand that how these things would get work. But where, for example, you bought a car, and but you do not have a place to park it. So what is the use of the car? For example, if you are park if you say that 10 till 10 kilometers I do not have a parking area, and you cannot park it right now, so whatever the use, so mostly you will avoid to buy a car. So that is the reason. For example, that's what I want to explain, that yeah, that if you have an airplane, and that airplane do not have a certain place to just to get park over there, or there's one that that running area. Okay, if it did not have that, if it doesn't have that running area, then to take off and or to land off to the you can say airports, then what is the use of that? So that is what your 1000. So whatever server you are making, whatever response you want to create, for whatever response you want to create, that response would get situated at your this 1000 this 1000. What, see, there are certain ports also. For example, if you have your, there are certain ports for example. So so let's understand it like that. For example, you live in a city of, you're in a certain city, you live in a city, and at Bombay. So at Bombay, you there's a yeah, that has city has something, for example, Bombay. Okay, then at Bombay, there's some area. For example, there's an airport. So this airport is known as some XY. The name of that airport is some XYZ airport. So okay, some XYZ airport. So that XYZ airport, has that landing area, so that will be handling the landing area. So that landing area is that localhost 1000. So though all your responses will get saved at one localhost 1000. Okay, all your responses, whatever response you would be creating, it gets saved towards your localhost 1000. Okay, so how it I will be displaying with that also. And also one thing more that you have to understand, that then what is this, my last name is Shukla. This is a statement of console.log. Okay, that will be printing at your terminal. This response.end will be creating at your local host. This will be displaying at your local host, but for that you have to use this last statement. That is most important. That is without dot listen, obviously, where ports understanding. We also use ports like that. Const, for example, you're using const, and const ports, for example, const ports is equals to 1000 or something, 8000, see 8000. And then you can use ports over there. Instead of using 1000, and you use ports under backsticks, then use ports under backsticks, and again the callback function, and use these three statements like that. So these are various ways to display the ports, but we are doing it like that for our easiness. Okay, there's no problem, you can do it like that. See, there are various ports. For example, there are various airports in a city, so there are like various ports in your local machine also. It's 8000 or some 300, something like that. So but we are using 1000 right now, so you can just display at 1000 over there. So then for example, I was saying that response.end, we have to use response.end at a console.log that visit to my LinkedIn profile. So see, this will be displaying you. After that, one thing more, my last name is Shukla, and my response dot end. There's one error. I will be explaining you error at in the next slide. So basically 1000 console.log profile found. Profile found, it basically means that the server is running successfully. So we print this statement at our terminal. The server runs successfully. Server is running successfully. Successfully. Okay, that means server is running successfully. Okay, okay. And visit to my LinkedIn profile just means that I'm displaying my server. Yeah, this is, yeah, you can print your message like that. Hello server, hello server. You can print your own message like hello server. Okay, it's hello server. So your server is running. Okay, by using console.log, that it is running successfully on this port number. And then this also would printer that a side statement. Okay, that it doesn't consist of an error, so it would be running like that. So you just start your refresh this terminal. And after refreshing the terminal, you get this message profile found, and you get them with this message profile found. And while okay, this profile found, then all this, the name of the folder and the name of the file, and this profile found, that was the request. Okay, profile found was the request. That means the server is running successfully. Okay, one thing more, number of times you refresh the server, you get these messages. Okay, one thing that is not acceptable, that is visit to my that is visit to my LinkedIn profile is printing here only. You can say it is printing here only. So that is wrong. That is wrong. You cannot print it on your terminal. That is wrong. It is totally wrong. You cannot print it on your terminal. You have to print it on your. You can print it. You have to show these all things at your local host. Likewise here, you have to show all these things at your local host, and I'm using it right now. So you just have to type it like that, local host, and your port number 8000 at your browser, whichever browser you are using, okay, whichever browser you are using. Okay, okay. So, and so this message will get displayed. So why, but if it is showing it in the terminal itself, that means it will be representing an error. Yes, it is a not acceptable task. Because see, this much of statement is more problem. My last name is Shukla. That means uh, we are using server. That means we are using server. My last name is Shukla means we are using server. It's a kind of a new request. Okay, but print it. A profile font is also acceptable, but this is not acceptable, that I'm using it like that. Okay, so for that you have to manipulate your code, as I you can see at your line number, a minute. As you can see at your line number 10, I manipulated my code. I manipulated my code from this, and now you from this, and or and and from here to here, it will be, and then it would get manipulated. And you can see, because I used response.end, and for whatever printing it, hello server, response.end hello server. Okay, response.end hello server. Okay, rather than using response rather than using rather than using response.end hello server, rather than using response.end and under it console.log, so this console.log is not acceptable. And under response you cannot print console.log, you cannot print console.log. Okay, so it would, if you're printing like that, you will not get the result. And because this console is used for your it's for your browser, it uses at your, it is used at your terminals. But if you're using at your responses, your response would go on print, because it is insidely underlying your terminal. It is you can say restricting, or you can say something is overriding. Okay, your terminal is overriding your server, so your server would cannot create it like that. So as you see in here, at line number 10, it's printing likewise with no problem with it to my LinkedIn profile. Okay, okay. And then, so that was the whole thing. And see, likewise, also my then number of times I refreshed my server, by npm start. You can see it like over here, that uh, this line, okay, a minute. Okay, this line, my last name is Shukla, is again would get print, because it's that server, that profile found, that means the server is running successfully, I told you earlier. And this means that server is working. This means server is working. But it represents the message of your local host, and it represents the message of your message for this line doesn't have any problem, that your machine use the right code, and this represents that your server is running successfully at there. So we have discussed, now you people must be understanding that how to create your server, and how to use the different things to for your servers also. So basically I would be just revisiting all these concepts again. And most of the things we have covered today, just you can now create your own servers, and you can practice your own servers, and you can watch you can watch my previous sessions, you can watch our previous sessions also. So this would be the part for today itself only. So thank you so much for this for visiting our sessions. So you can, for till new year, you can revise all these concepts and previous concepts as well. We have also introduced our core series, as you know, core question series. You can watch these core question series and practice yourself as much you want, so your doubts will be resolved in this session, next morning section. So thank you so much for visiting our sessions. Okay, so all this I will, so most probably I will be revising, I will be starting a new thing from the a new presentation from the next session, that is 28. That would be my 28th presentation in this till now. And okay, this one is 27, I think. But I would be revising all these things again, and then I would be proceeding towards. Okay, so something is left also, so we're covering it later on. So thank you so much, a very happy new year, and we will, yeah, if you have any doubt, you can ask in the later sessions. Okay, so thank you so much, and you can comment it down as well. Okay.